Studios. This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source. When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Clouds and sunshine today with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 89 to 93. Humid tomorrow, sun and clouds in the morning, then cloudy in the afternoon with a thunderstorm in the area, high 90 to 93. Saturday, cloudy and humid with a thunderstorm possible, high 89 to 92. Sunday, humid with sunshine and building clouds, a possible afternoon thunderstorm, high 86 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian May.
WOCA.
Ocala.
And welcome back. You're listening to AIM Ocala Live, WOCA The Source. Now 5 minutes past the top of the 9 o'clock hour. With that sound, it is time for Veterans News, and we're going to turn it over to Hank and Gary. Good morning, gentlemen.
Okay. It's Hank, Gary, and John this morning. We keep on adding to it.
Yeah. Morning, John.
Lock the door. John runs the Veterans Court program for us. Been doing it since. Well, how many years we've been in business, John, with that? 8?
Yeah, about 8.
Yeah, that's the court program that helps veterans who, get into relatively minor trouble, but nevertheless some law violation. And if everybody agrees that they're a good risk and worthwhile taking a chance on, we get them into the program, and they have to meet certain criteria and do certain things. And if they do well, then those charges are put aside. So, and John can talk. We've got John here to talk a little bit more about that in a bit. So, but as we start off, unfortunately, most Thursdays we do have casualties. By the way, next week, I think on the 3rd, anyway, Stan McLean's coming in to talk about a fundraiser they're doing at the Association of Builders, Marion County Association of Builders for us in October. But in the meantime, we'll get along with, Gary, you do have casualties, correct?
Yeah, sadly we do. Starting with the fire administration, we have firefighter, first responder, Brian Stephen Smith, who was with the St. George Island Volunteer Fire Department in St. George Island, Florida. His end of watch was August 25th, and I want to mention he was swept away by a current during a water rescue, so he is a true hero. And we have Captain Joseph Lydell, who was with the Monroe Charter Township Fire Department in Monroe, Michigan. His end of watch was August the 23rd. We have Captain Bryant Anderson of the City of Converse, Texas Fire Department in Converse, Texas. His end of watch was August 19th, and he was a victim of the COVID-19 virus. And going to the law enforcement, we have Corrections Officer V. Herbert Garcia of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. His end of watch was August the 18th, and unfortunately, he was a victim also of COVID-19. And then we have Police Officer Jorge Caraba of the Mission Police Department in Mission, Texas. His end of watch was August 25th, and Officer Caraba was also a victim of COVID-19. Our thoughts and our prayers go to the families of these firefighters and these law enforcement folks. Adam, you do Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now
I wonder how many times we've listened to that on this show. A lot. Very few weeks have gone by that we didn't have military casualties or first responder casualties. Kind of reflect on that a little bit when you go about your daily business. Thankfully, the military casualties are on the downside, so we still have a lot of first responders, police and firemen, dying in the course of doing their jobs. So kind of have to reflect on it every once in a while, and this kind of reminds all of us in this building that, there are people out there doing their jobs for us. Anyway, John, why don't you scoot a little bit closer, because Adam is so anxious to get close to you.
Welcome, John.
You didn't warn them, right?
I didn't warn him ahead of time. Adam, you this is one of those days you're going to be thankful that we're doing it from over here, not in the studio.
Yeah, most days I'm thankful for that. No, but we want you back in the studio at some point.
Yeah, well, as abusive as we are from here, we're more abusive in the studio, as you know.
That's true.
Well, anyway, John heads up way back, probably 8 years ago. Judge McCune and myself and John and some others decided this county really needed to have a veterans treatment court. And John, here was the option I had in front of me when we got it going. They wanted us to go to Buffalo, New York in March. And fortunately, John listened to my argument because, I didn't want to go to Buffalo, New York in March. Okay?
It's lovely there.
Yeah, I'll bet it is. Anyway, I think John survived.
Get over to the falls,
Yeah.
right? Get over to the falls.
Yeah, the frozen falls. Yeah.
Nice.
And anyway, John was kind enough to go up there for a week, get trained, along with a lot of the people from the courthouse, and the end result is actually Judge McCune and John and the rest of them got this thing off the ground. And really, of the counties in Florida, I think Marion County is really one of the most successful operations for the Veterans Treatment Court that we've had throughout the state, and it's really a model for a lot of others. So not anything because I did, but because of all the hard work of the mentors, the judges, the people at the courthouse, and John did. So John, why don't you just elaborate a little bit of what the program's about and how you get into it and how you be a mentor and all of that stuff?
Well, if you want to be a mentor, you can come over and see Hank and tell him you'd like to sign up to be a mentor, and we'll get you trained. And we try to marry up the people with the branch of service. We don't have much luck with age.
Yeah.
Most of our mentors are older than Hank.
Yeah. What does a mentor do, Sean?
What do we do? Well, we're the support for the vet, and we accompany them to the court. But the main thing we do is make sure that they're getting all the services that they're entitled to, and try to help them navigate through the system, which at sometimes can be pretty confusing.
Trying to get them to be successful with the program so that they can get these charges put aside and be successful at it on the radio. Okay. So, and how do they get? How does the veteran who's committed the law violation get into the court program?
They screen them when they come to court initially, because they're asking them, I believe, that when they first get in the system, when they get booked or so go to the jail, they are screening them in to see if they're veterans and if they are, if they would like to be part of our program, and so.
Do you know how many you have in the program today?
We probably have about 20-some.
20-something. How many mentors do we have? I know you got a meeting this morning with 10 or 12 just showing up, but.
Yeah, we have about a dozen mentors. Sometimes they come and go, they'll serve for a while. We usually ask a mentor to commit to about a year of service so he can follow. And that year corresponds with the time the person probably is in the court.
Mm-hmm. And you provide training for the mentors?
We're providing the training, and we have couple of manuals for training and what we're doing and stuff. So, we interface very well with the court.
Yeah. A lot of changes are taking place now because they're out of Tallahassee and I think the Florida Supreme Court, they're looking to standardize a lot of the practices throughout the state. So it's become a little bit more formalized, which is a good thing because you don't want to have 67 counties all doing different things. And not every county has it, although because I still get calls about how to set it up and how it takes place and all that stuff. So it's really a great program, and here's the good news. You're helping veterans who, make some mistakes, who are willing to change their ways and do the things they have to do to get back on track. But in addition to that, from a taxpayer's point of view, it saves one heck of a lot of money because those people are not sitting in the county jails throughout the state. So it's really a worthwhile program, does great things for veterans where one mistake doesn't ruin their lives. And then secondly, it really, really helps the taxpayers of Florida. It's a tremendous program. And throughout the state, all the programs have been pretty darn successful. There's always a few cases that don't go your way, but, we know that the mentors and the program has tried everything they can do to get that veteran back on track. So, Adam, do you need to take a break? It looks like it's about break time to me.
Yeah, we're going to take a short little break. You're listening to 96.3 FM, 1370 AM for Veterans News. We'll get you back over there here right after this.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, everybody's looking for BOGOs these days, and guess what? Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens has some great BOGOs this week. That's buy one, get one free. For example, how about a fruit sale? Blueberries, guava, chestnut, mulberry, peach, apple, pear, cherry, and much more, starting at just $9.99. Plus, you buy one and you get one free. Bob has 1 gallon sun and shade-loving budded camellias, regularly $29.99 for just $19.99. Citrus trees are just $59.99. And you get a bag of fertilizer free. And don't forget crepe myrtles. New low price of $2.99 for the smaller ones. Hurry, come on by in the morning. Enjoy a walk through this gorgeous 5-acre garden. It's Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
Clouds and sunshine today with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 89 to 93. Humid tomorrow, sun and clouds in the morning, then cloudy in the afternoon with a thunderstorm in the area, high 90 to 93. Saturday, cloudy and humid with a thunderstorm possible, high 89 to 92. Sunday, humid with sunshine and building clouds, a possible afternoon thunderstorm, high 86 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Brian Mick.
The centers and Beacon Point in Marion County provide treatment medication therapy for opium addiction, life skills, case management, and access to resources. Call 352-291-5555.
WOCA.
And welcome back, listening to AIM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM with Veterans News. Turn it back over to Hank, Gary, and John.
And now Jinky's here, too.
Hey.
You know why? Because I have better coffee in my office than most people have, so that's why they're here. They're not really
He
here.
doesn't serve it, though.
But it's just for me. That's right. Okay. Hey, listen, Gary, you had an interesting story we were talking off the air about something after all these years and 9/11. an incident that took place on that day, and some children were saved.
Yeah, I don't do this often, but I was scrolling Facebook while I was waiting for my dinner that somebody was kind enough to purchase for me last night. And I came across this 9/11 article, and apparently there was a daycare for the workers in the Pentagon that held a lot of children, babies, and toddlers. And when the planes hit the towers, of course, they were in fear that something would hit that building. So what the daycare worker in the Pentagon, there was only a few women in there that were taking care of these children, and they didn't know how they would get them out, and they were in cribs, and they were told to evacuate. So she was beside herself. She said, this Marine come in and said, what can I do to help you? And she said, well, I got to get these kids out of there. And she said, next thing she knew, he ran out the door. And she said, oh, no, now we're back to by ourselves again. And then a few minutes later, he come back with 39 other Marines. They immediately started grabbing the cribs and carrying them out and taking armfuls of the kids. And they had to carry them 3/4 of a mile away to a park to be safe. They set the cribs in a circle like a wagon train, it said, and put the toddlers in the middle so they couldn't escape. And they put the daycare workers were able to go in the middle, and the Marines formed a circle around the cribs to protect them. God forbid, should there be some kind of attack. And this was a wonderful thing. And for some reason, it said it never got published. So we want to give those Marines credit now. Semper Fi, guys. I think you did a great job, and God bless you for looking after those kids.
Yeah, and again, we're only a few days away from 9/11 again, and the remembrance of that, and I have a memory of all of that, and again, it's replayed occasionally, but probably now that so much is being said about police officers and firefighters and first responders, I always remember them going into the buildings as everybody else was running out. And that's a memory that those of us who lived through it will never forget. And I think every once in a while we need to remind ourselves, just like the casualties we talked about this morning who paid with their lives for serving us, that these people do this every single day. Every single day. And to see some of the abuses taking place with them is really, really disturbing. But I think in the long run, the country will rally to first responders every time. Jackie,
hey.
Why don't you, we got a few minutes left. We had a big meeting yesterday with the Builders Association. I know Stan McLean, our representative, is part of that, so he'll be coming on next week to get into a lot in more detail than we're going to do. And I know you were prepared for this, Jinky.
Not really. You didn't tell me this. I just woke up, literally. Okay, so we're having the second, good morning. Hi, Adam.
Adam's not listening to you.
Oh, he's not listening. Okay, so we're having the second Casino Gala Royale, and that will be October 16th.
16th, yeah.
It will be at the
Ocala
Country Club. And we're looking for sponsors. Tickets are $50 per fee.
$50, yeah. That's there's food, entertainment. It's a nice, interesting night. They're restricting it this year to just 125 people, but they're also looking for sponsorship. The Builders Association, Marion County Builders Association. They're one of the few, organizations that's going to go ahead and try to pull off one of their fundraising events, which we're part of. We're really glad they're doing that because we could certainly use the funds.
And then if you have any questions, you would like to purchase tickets, I'll give you the phone number to call. So you're going to ask for Christine, and the phone number is 352-438-9912. Again, it's 352-438-9912. And we hope to see you there.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a great event. We went last year. It was a lot of fun. A little different this year, and that's why they're restricted it to 125 people. But they're good people. The builders of Marion County are great folks. Stan McLean now is part of that organization. So we appreciate their not forgetting veterans in need. We really appreciate that. Gary, why don't we talk about what's going on here, and again, how to get a hold of us. And by the way, on that court program, you need to call here. We'll get you started. I'll probably end up referring you to John if you want to be a mentor. It's a really great program. You'll enjoy being part of it. You'll meet some great people. You'll work with some great other mentors and the folks at the courthouse, and you're making a difference in a veteran's life who made a mistake and is trying to rebound from that.
And also, you make some strong bonds with your mentees.
Yeah, you were a mentor too.
4 years, and I still got every one of them in my phone, and most of them call me. So the system works. Yeah, getting back to what we're doing again, we've remained open through the whole COVID-19 situation. Even when the front doors were locked up, we were going around, and we were still doing food and things like that. So, our pantry is open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. So, if you need pantry, please, come in and see us. Also, if you have some other kind of problem, on Mondays and Wednesdays, there's somebody at the front desk from 8 until 4. So, bring your situation to us, talk to one of the social workers, and if there's any way we could help you, we'll be glad to. A lot of times there's things we can't do ourselves, but we're in connection with many other agencies. Matter of fact, almost every agency in Marion County we work with. So, we'll do what we can to get you the help you need and try to get you out of a jam. That's what we're here for. We're veterans, and we look to help other veterans. So don't let this virus, keep you inbound if you need some kind of help. Because if we don't know it, we can't do it to help you. And you can, if you don't know where we are, first of all, we have a beautiful building with a big blue roof, 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard, right here in our own beautiful Ocala. And if you don't know where 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard is, it's real easy because everybody knows where the library is. We're in the same complex, but you can't miss that big blue roof. The library doesn't even have a beautiful blue roof like we have. So, come and see us. We'll be here to help you. You can contact us by phone at area code 352-433-2320. Now leave a message because if the operator's not there and she's only there those hours I mentioned, we will get back to you. I can promise you that. Looking forward to helping you if you need it. That's what we're here for.
Remind you to come. Our budget is just about over here because we end September 30th. But we'll have a lot of new programs too come the fall, come October. We've been blessed with information about receiving some additional grants. So anyway, we're here to help you. Reach out to us, and if you would, reach out to a military person or a veteran, a police officer, a first responder sometime, and just say thanks. Thank you for what you do. Because they do make a difference. So, Adam, we're going to wrap it up. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week, guys. And as I tell you, thank you for your service. And God bless this country. God bless America.
And thank you, gentlemen. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We'll be back right after this.
Hurricane Laura weakening to a Category 2, but still extremely dangerous as it barrels deeper into Louisiana, where Fox's Jeff Flock is getting a first look at the damage in Lake Charles.
We've got roofing that's come off just outside our hotel. Thick forest across the street from where we're hunkered down, just sheared off.
The storm came ashore overnight near the border with Texas, one of the most powerful ever to make landfall in the U.S.
With 150-mile-per-hour sustained winds, 156, by the way, would have made it a Category 5. Tornado threat's going to be ongoing throughout the morning. We're still going to feel the effects of this storm into the weekend for parts of the Mississippi, the Ohio, Tennessee River Valley, even into the Northeast.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean and first-time claims for jobless benefits last week in line with expectations, coming in at 1 million claims. America's listening to Fox News.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to COO Dylan Miskowitz, who needed to hire a director of coffee for his company, Cafe Altura.
We would look through lots of applications for people who were not qualified. It definitely felt like we were looking for a needle in a haystack.
So Dylan started using ZipRecruiter and found his perfect candidate in a few days. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter